It's your boy Superman 2000. I'm back in the fights here. Now, just an update. You get an update on my exam and another clip that's going to come up in this video. But I want to talk about the UFC applying for a separate license with the Nevada Commission to co-promote Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. Now, why is this so important? This is important because by having a separate license, they will delay the Muhammad Ali Act from reaching over into MMA combat sports. You see how slick that is? So they're going to have a separate license. And in addition to that, having a separate license for promoting boxing, they're trying to use the Mayweather McGregor event to establish a footprint in the boxing promotion industry and then try and probably work their way up. Here is the slickness of this. Dana White said initially that they wouldn't be co-promoting. They'd only be doing PR and helping promote the event. Now, the reason why he didn't say they were going to apply for a license to co-promote was because he didn't want to telegraph to others in the boxing industry, hey, the UFC is trying to move in on our turf. So obviously he didn't come out then and tell the truth. Then coming out later now and applying for the license to co-promote had to mean that the Mayweather Team Money team had to have had some agreement prior to that to allow them to go through and apply for the license to co-promote and get the process going. No, as of yet, so that application is in. So it's very interesting how they're trying to delay the Muhammad Ali Act from applying to mixed martial arts, and also in addition to that, how they're trying to get a second license to promote boxing. So that tells me that two things that happen whenever you see a business start to do one, let go a lot of executives. Over the last couple months, the UFC has let go a lot of top executives. They've recently released the content manager for the UFC. I forgot this guy's name, but I'll probably put it in the link. Before they released the matchmaker and what they're doing. Remember, I've said this before. When a company gets newly acquired, first thing they do is start cutting costs. They start from the bottom and trim off unnecessary fat, and then they come from the top in mergers and acquisitions because they figure, hey, we can get this done better and cheaper, and we can bring in a younger person, have that younger person train under the established person, then kick the established person out. As long as we get the routine down, we get everything going. We give them a severance package so they'll stay and be loyal and give us what we need, and then when we're done with them, we'll kick them out the door as a condition of them. And this happened to workers in America, all over the United States, when they're bringing people on F1 visas. I think it's not F1 visa, but it's a worker visa that allow people in technology field and other fields to work, because they're saying, hey, we can't find an American citizen that is quote unquote competent enough or qualified, but it's really a way for them to cut costs. So nonetheless, the people who they're currently laying off in the industry, they say, hey, we'll give you a severance, and that severance is conditional to them training the person. That's their person, that person that came from either Pakistan or India or whatever country, to replace them, training that person to do the job properly. And then once it's done, they fire the American worker, kick him out the door, and they got the cheap labor. So whereas before they were paying between 80 and 90,000, they're now paying between 50 and 60,000. And that person from the foreign country is going to do everything he can because a better opportunity for him. And if they can at will just pull the trigger and send him back home or whatever. They have both people over the barrel. So now I say that because this ties into a next segment I'm going to start doing eventually. Once a month, I'm going to present a product that's made in the United States, and we're going to go out and we're going to support people that make stuff in America and put the Americans to work. So yeah, that's me. Sorry, that's ADD kicking in again. But nonetheless, let me back up now. So what when UFC was acquired by the new company. What they've done now is they're having top executives train younger executives how to do their job, give them all the details. I know when they finish it, they give them a condensed manual of everything that they do broken down, and then they let them go. So they release the content manager, they release the matchmaker, and they gradually letting people go and firing them out. Like over a period of time, they're gonna gradually fire them. See, they let Goldberg go. They brought in a younger guy, probably paying him less money, but it's a big opportunity for him. They let the matchmaker go against it before, and then now recently they let the content manager go, and they're gonna keep doing so a period of time. And what it does is that by releasing the people months apart over a longer time span, it seems like the organization is still healthy, and these people, they're just choosing to retire or go somewhere else because they have other opportunities that they've always wanted to pursue. So it doesn't seem like the organization is unstable. So the employees within the organization don't start filling out their resumes and bailing out, and then the whole organization suffer from the loss of that human capital with people just running out the doors. They're trying to avoid that. So right now, now, and I know I'm all over the map, but we're going to tie this up into a nice little bow. Most recently, John Jones versus Daniel Cormier had 860,000 pay-per-view buys. That's the estimate, right? You compare that to when Ronda Rousey and Conor McGregor fight, the difference in pay-per-view buys is dismal. The action is great, but the money is not being made. The pay-per-view model, they're having some issues with it. So the fact that they apply for the boxing license tell me that they're trying to establish other sources of revenue and get footprints in other industries. So from a business perspective, I would say that Bellator is gaining ground on them, and that's a strategic move to diversify the risk that they're facing in that sports environment. So that's my 2 cents from the fight chair. Peace out. It's your boy Superman 2000. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Exam is finished. I took it yesterday. Then when I came home, I fell asleep. So I'm just getting up now early in the morning. Everybody else is fast asleep. Exam went well. I believe. Get my results in a couple weeks. So now I gotta move on to the next one. The other part. So far it's done. I think I'm moving on to audit and regulation. So we're getting them knocked out. All right, how did the exam go? So I walked in, and the exam was like, it was like that scene from was that scene from Star Wars, Mace Windu versus Emperor Palpatine. I walk in there, open up the test lid, and I start, and like the exam was talking smack to me, and I was like, Master Windu, I wasn't expecting you back so early. I take it you've dispatched of General Grievous. And then the exam was like, in the name of the AICPA, you're going down. And I was like, Master Jedi, are you threatening me? And then the exam was like, no, your fate will be determined by the AICPA. And I was like, I am the Senate. That's how it went. So I did the best I could do today. When I get my results, we'll see how it turns out.